Families of 9/11 victims are filing an inspector general complaint alleging mishandling of FBI records. For more, let's bring in CBS News senior investigative correspondent Catherine Herridge. Hi there, Catherine. So we are just over a week out from the 20th anniversary of 9/11. The families have taken the extraordinary step of filing a complaint against the FBI. What are we learning?
Well, Elaine, more than 3,500 9/11 families have signed on to this complaint that was filed with the Justice Department's internal watchdog that oversees the FBI. And they allege some FBI officials deliberately either lost or even destroyed evidence that is important to the 9/11 investigation. And it reads in part, the Inspector General should examine whether one or more FBI officials committed willful misconduct with intent to destroy or secrete evidence to avoid its disclosure, given the importance of the missing evidence at issue to the 9/11 investigation, as well as the repeated mishandling by the FBI of that evidence. An innocent explanation is not believable. I've been through the records, and one of the pieces of evidence that jumps out is a videotape of the hijackers that was taken at a party in San Diego that was hosted by a Saudi national who worked for the Saudi government, Omar al-Bayoumi. And that videotape has been withheld for years under the Freedom of Information Act request, citing its importance to an ongoing investigation. But based on the records that have been filed by the families, the FBI can no longer find that evidence. And that's striking to me because the FBI has such a regimented chain of command for evidence that it does seem extremely unusual that they would lose something of that significance, given that it's also the 9/11 investigation, Elaine.
Right. One can certainly understand how the family would have many questions about that. Catherine, you have obtained a statement from the convicted Fort Hood shooter Nidal Hasan, who is weighing in on Afghanistan. What can you tell us about that?
Well, CBS News was able to obtain the statement from Nidal Hasan through his attorney, John Galligan. Hasan wanted to get out the fact that he was congratulating the Taliban and also his support for Sharia law. The reason that matters is in the big picture, because we don't want to give a big platform to Hasan. It's part of this scope of really enthusiasm within the jihadist world for what's happened in Afghanistan. The Long War Journal analyst there, Tom Jocelyn, told CBS Today that they're seeing celebrations among jihadis, not just in Africa, but in Yemen, Somalia, South Asia, and now we're seeing it resonating even here in the United States. And all of that matters big picture because of the propaganda value and, more importantly, because of its recruitment value, Elaine.
Troubling developments. Catherine Herridge for us. Catherine, thank you very much.